The cam is blurry. Is it blurry? Can you guys see me? Can you see me, guys? Let me know. Can you see me? Nice hairstyle. Thank you so much. I'm loving these textured braids. Okay. My battery died. My battery died. I was like, oh no. Yes.
Wait. Money, finances in a relationship. Cool. So,
yeah.
The guy's earning 50. The girl's earning 100.
Yeah.
Our family expenses are 100. Where do we now, like we're sitting down and having a chat, how are we going to pitch in? Option one, is it a the man provide thing? So he puts it all his 50, and then you come in with your 50, knowing that you have 50 to it? Or is it a, no, literally we are a family, let's put all our money in one account and the account will do all the debits or whatever, or what, you know? And the reason why, just to give you context, the reason why I'm putting it that way is because, yes, we are now preaching women empowerment and all these things, you know what I mean? So there is going to be an era whereby women are earning more than the men. And unfortunately, men just have to swallow their prides in that kind of relationship and understand that women are going to earn more than men. How do we now tackle those family finances now?
I mean, I just think it just depends on personality dynamics. You can't really, there's no cookie cutter for it, because for someone else, there'll be a guy who'll just be like, you do everything, and the woman is fine with it. And then there'll be a guy who's like, no, I'm gonna do, maybe for instance, I would just say, like, if it was up to me, I would give the responsibility to give my man that, you know, that feeling that he's the head of the home and he's a provider. Make sure that he does the things that are important in the house. Like if there's kids, he must pay for the school fees, you know, because I think those are things that would generally, I would think they would give him joy to do them for his family, you know. So whatever he feels or like with it defines him as a man and makes him feel that he is providing for the family, I'd let him do those things. And then whatever that I can do, obviously, I'll do it. Like, that's just the end of it. And yeah, life goes on.
Alrighty, cool. At least I'm getting a different perspective. Ask somebody the other day and they're like, no, it's 100. I put my 50, the guy puts the 50 and the other 50 is mine in the bank. You know what I mean? And then I kept on asking her a series of questions. Say, okay, hey?
Asking you, must he be asking her for money? Because obviously all his expenses have gone to the household. So does that mean that this man needs to be asking his woman for money more, because all of it is to the
Not
family stuff?
Not
is this
even
what
that.
she said?
I'll get to that now. So she said that our expense 100K. I put in 50, you 50. The other 50 is mine. I'm working for it, miss, so it's mine. I'm like, okay, cool. And so you're not gonna put the other 50 aside for the family or whatever. It's like, no, it's mine. And then I immediately told her, but that's not a family, because a family, even when you get married, the two become one, and then you do things in unity, right? And then I just turned the tables to say, if I was earning 100 and you were earning the 50, what would happen to the other 50? And she was like, no, it needs to stay in the family account. I'm like, how? Marawena, you said your 50 is yours. You know what I mean? You said your 50 is yours. So I'm like, aye. And I just saw, like, before your battery cut, one person said that it's a woman's job to provide. sorry, it's a man's job to provide, right? With that being said, isn't that taking us back to the old generation? It is a man's job to provide, but if women are going to keep on reminding us that it's our job to provide, aren't you taking us back to the older generation?
You back to your old generation. You need to know your job. Your job is you need to provide. It doesn't matter what the hell is going on in the world. As a man, there's men that have had very little and are able to provide for their homes. The borderline is that you need to provide for your family. That's just it's a non-negotiable conversation. It doesn't matter if you have less. The point is you need to provide the best of your capability as a man for things in the house to be okay. You need to provide. Sometimes, obviously, you might be involved with someone like Candy. I don't know if you watch Housewives of Atlanta. Candy makes more money than her husband. She's a music what and she makes way more money than he does. And of course she heads the home. There are those, and they are fine because they are okay with it. Him and her, the husband and wife, like Candy and this man, are okay with it. Do you know what I mean? So like it just all depends on the personality.
So,
but yeah.
And I get you, and you're saying a man must provide. So would it be wrong to say a woman must cook and blah 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 blah?
Yeah, because you know what, Ness? I don't think that a woman needs to cook per se, because now it is like different. There's so many options that you have in the household. I think definitely a woman needs to nurture the home. That is a woman's job. Thoroughly come to the cooking. There's so much that comes with being a woman in the house. You know, I don't physically have to cook per se. I generally love cooking. I wouldn't want anyone else cooking for my family. You know what I mean? But I don't think that it just boils down to you can't cook. That means that you're not woman enough. You know, because there's so many other aspects that are a part of nurturing a home. As long as you are being that, I think that's okay.
But now,
because we've got helpers. I don't like cleaning. I don't like cleaning. I can clean, but I don't like cleaning. So does it mean that I'm not? It doesn't necessarily mean that I am not woman enough. Do you know what I mean? So like it's a bit flexible on those things, but there are certain things in the home that you, as a woman, you need to make sure that they are there. You know.
But now, like, yes, we understand what you're saying between men provide and women must make a home homely. Now, for example, with the third one, you still have to go to work, and the house must be clean, and the what. Do you really think that you would still be able to like do those or like have that role and do it efficiently if now you're heavily pregnant and this and this and that, and the guy goes to work, he comes back with the money?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Being a woman nowadays is different because women back then didn't have any other jobs. Their job was to be a mother and to like raise, like just raise your children and just be about that business. But now we also work. We also have careers. We also have those things. So for me, it's not, that's what I'm saying. It's not like tied up to like you have to cook and clean. But there are other things that are part of, homemaking that I think a woman needs to provide, you know?
But now, what do you think
IMPH saying, what is IMPH saying?
What's going on?
Okay.
So,
okay. Let's see. Let's read. What every household is run differently. The most important thing is not making each other feel like slaves. Exactly. As a couple, you have to work together to make each other feel comfortable. I totally 100,000% agree with you. Or see, however you say your name, I agree.
For sure. I just want to read that. Where is it? Yeah, every household is run differently. The most important thing
Nobody has to be made to feel like a slave. I think you shouldn't make your man feel like a slave just because you are a provider. It doesn't mean now like I'm gonna be just constantly making you feel like you need to be buying me this, buying me that. Like it gets exhausting. You're also human, you know. Even though you are a provider, it doesn't mean I need to like be so demanding of you and just be like, yeah, you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to provide. I just think that's so unnecessary, you know. And that's something that some women get a little bit, they lose it, they really lose it because they just start making their men slaves, where it's like the poor man, he gives you this, it's like you're a well, he's just always giving you with things and it's never enough, you know. It's always like, oh, I want the next thing, I want the next thing. And as soon as he can't do it, it's like, oh, you're useless. And it's just like, nah, man, that's not how. I don't think that's
What's the impact of social media on our today's relationships? It's bad.
It's a problem because I want to be on my phone.
Yo, baby, wana mang mang bago kai kai.
I
Wana
actually
mang
want to
mang
be on
bago
my
kai kai. Yo, mang mang got this thing and that thing.
no, but not like that. For me, it's just like I'm always on my phone, like sometimes. But no, I do not envy what other people have. I don't. I'm not of that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't care. Like I'll be like, wow, this was nice. You know what I mean? But I will never want what somebody else, whatever I'm seeing on social media, and be like, yeah, that's what I want, because I know my life. And also, the main thing is that I know what I value more. Some people value clothes and shoes and bags and things like that more. And I value having a house, having a car, having my car paid off cash. I appreciate having my house paid off cash. Those are the things that for me, I appreciate. So I'm not gonna go and compete with somebody who's getting a fancy this and a fancy that and feel like, oh, I'm missing out. No, I'm not missing out on shit. I know what I want, you know.
But don't you think people now actually want to be spoiled? Not like they want to be spoiled in a certain way, not because they appreciate it, but because they want to show others what they were gifted.
Yeah, of course. There's a big society now of like you know, everyone is doing stuff so that everyone can see that they are the most loved, they are the most appreciated, they are the most spoiled person. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, those kind of people. There's always going to be those shallow people in life, and unfortunately, it's becoming more of an issue. It's becoming like a pandemic or an epidemic to a certain extent, that there are that many people that love that, but you can't do anything about it. That's why there's so many human beings on this earth. You know, there's people who have substance, and there's those that don't. It's just as simple as that.
It's bad. I feel like social media has destroyed people to a certain extent, you know, whereby, like, one, people are making decisions based on social media. Two, the companies are making decisions based on social media. For example, it's quick to go on social media and post to say, what example is there that is not as sensitive? To say somebody hijacked my car. They take your photo, they put on social media, they say, Buhle hijacked my car. Buhle loses their job. It's not even facts. It's just a post that has mileage. How many people got fired due to social media, for example?
No, but I mean, as a company, you can't just be firing somebody just because of some rumor. There has to be some, you know, fact checking that you do. Otherwise, then you're working for a shit. They're supposed to do some fact checking and make sure that what this person is saying is valid, because they can't just fire you because just somebody just said something. There has to be some truth to it that is evident.
Okay, I get you.
Well, somebody's saying, can we get the next person? People feel like you're hogging up the space because now I've stopped and I'm chatting to you because you are speaking about some interesting topics. That's
they're
the
like
reason why.
They are very comfortable. You would swear they met before. Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yes, my guy looking like I wish you were there type. Come on guys, I don't know Buhle from social media. Like really.
We know each other. We've been knowing each other 10 years. So anyway, I
think about 8 years.
It's been 8 years, ne? Yeah. Time flies. It's
alrighty. I'm gonna let them leave you now.
Yeah.
I need to video call the mommy game.
All right. Thank you so much for the interesting convo, and at least I've chat to you. And
cool.
To see you soon.
Pandemic.
Yes, definitely. Bye. I loved talking to him, guys. That's why I kept him on for so long, because he's speaking about interesting things, okay? Nina nizofika la ningibuke nje nisineke niyenzeni angazi ukuthi niyenzani nje niyangibuka nje niyahleka. I'm not saying anything, anginjudge, but you know. But can you pick me? Let me see. Guys, it's going for 12:30. Wow, okay, I need to sleep. I'm literally gonna take a few more people, but everyone can sleep at 1